Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. We have a big update regarding all things ships and vehicles to get through. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Cannot do this without you guys, so thank you so much for the support. Now, the latest monthly report brought with it a good, meaty update for many of the ships and vehicles currently in production in various stages of the pipeline. So today I would like to highlight this specific section. However, I will be breaking down the whole report in a separate dedicated video as soon as possible. Also, today is the last day to pick up the TOBII Tracker 5 at 15% off before it goes back to full price. But don't worry if you didn't get it this time, there will be another sale in the near future, which I will be sure to let you all know about. If you do want to grab it, using the link below will take you to that deal, while also helping to directly support my channel, and a big thank you to everyone who has done so already. Now, this report began by highlighting the recently revealed Atlas Geo and Drake Golem, two vehicles I had no idea were on the way, but more importantly, it also speaks about what one of the next ships to be released will likely be, being the MISC Starlancer TAC. Now, this is a very cool gunship, being a variant of the Starlancer Max, and has now moved into its final development phase, meaning it is very close to being ready for release, and will hopefully come maybe in a 4.1 point patch, be that 4.1.1, or more likely 4.1.2, either towards the end of this month or early next. Now, a very cool ship that for an event like Align and Mine could offer some really exciting support for those on the ground. Now, for the next vehicles, these are currently either entering or in the white box phase, which is where the basic shapes and interior layouts are fleshed out. So nothing that looks pretty, just making sure that everything fits and functions as it should. Firstly, we have the Consolidated Outland Pioneer, and this is the huge multi-crew base building ship, and as it states, it has progressed through white box, benefiting from the additional concept work that we saw during a recent StarCitizen Live. Now, this is one of my most anticipated ships, and it also looks like they are pushing hard for base building, as usually we see a smaller ship for a profession come along first, but it looks like they are really set to get this ship out to us, likely sometime this year, but very happy to hear about the progress on this vehicle, especially after seeing its updates during CitizenCon. What a monster of a ship. Now, another vehicle in white box is said to be an all-new model that is currently in prep for its white box review in early April. Now, no idea what this is. I hope it is this funky looking folding wing ship, as I am desperate to find out what that ship is, but time will tell. And then finally, there is one more new ship currently being prepared for its grey box gate review, but no indication is given as to what this ship is. Now, throughout this whole video, there is a lot of potential for other various ships that are in the works. They could be talking about the Ironclad, unlikely. They could be talking about a new Consolidated Outland medium ship. There's a lot of ground vehicles. One looks like it could be via the Atlas platform. Many options, and they're just the ones that we have seen via the silhouettes. So keep those in mind. Anyway, moving on to ships and vehicles currently in the grey box phase, this being the step just beyond white box, and it's where they refine the shapes and the silhouettes that were created in white box, just polishing them out a little bit, adding geometry and getting the ships flyable for testing basic gameplay. Now, the vehicles in grey box include the RSI Apollo medical multi-crew ship, which successfully passed its white box review gate and moved into grey box with support from the concept team on the design of the medical room. Now, it says that some aspects progressed significantly due to the utilization of this extensive RSI kit that they have now that was created for the Zeus and the Polaris. So basically just helping to speed up the process. Now, the Apollo is a much anticipated vehicle. I own one as well, and really look forward to seeing it release in the not too distant future. Whether it comes with medical drones is yet to be seen. There is a potential, especially as base building is certainly pushing the need for drone tech, but that is not to say that the medical drones will be ready for when the Apollo releases. Again, I hope so, but personally, I don't think so. What I do hope that it does is increase the depth to the medical profession itself, bringing more visceral and tactile medical interactions beyond using a beam. I know this is the direction they want to take medical, but the question is when. So being able to see ailments and issues and problems that are on the skin of the player and knowing what to do to interact with those. But either way, I'm sure many of us will be very happy to see the Apollo come along, and now with modularity an option, I suspect we will have the ability to choose the bed configuration when it does release. Now, another ship that has just passed its white box review and is now in grey box is the RSI Perseus. Now, this is a large patrol gunship which is said to be ideally suited to taking on sub-capital ships, and similarly to the Apollo, some areas of the Perseus progressed visually thanks to the RSI kit as well. Plus, as we know, first came the Polaris, next will be the Perseus, and then the Galaxy, each one helping the next by sharing many assets. Now, this ship is going to be a beast and a big counter to the Polaris, where I suspect we will see some pretty monster battles going on between Polaris, the Perseus, and many other ships. Now, other vehicles progressing through grey box include a variant of a popular ship that has already passed its grey box review. No idea what this could be. Could be something to do with Consolidated Outland. Hard to say. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. Another variant is approaching grey box review, but that one must be of a not so popular ship. I'm joking. Again, no idea what this could be. Now, moving further along the pipeline, it says an unannounced vehicle successfully passed grey box review and moved into the LOD 0 phase, while 2 other vehicles received a bug fixing pass and final content work ahead of their release. So there's 2 more ships there, including the TAC, that are ahead of their release. Also, it's very possible that some of these ships are what we saw during a Star Citizen Live recently, including an entry RSI kind of starter salvage ship, similar to what the Drake Golem is for mining, but this will obviously fill the gap for salvaging before moving on to something like the Fortune and then the Vulture. There was also a heavy strike fighter in the works, made by RSI, that follows the same chassis as the Mantis, which is going to look pretty cool, and also a light fighter from Kruger Intergalactic, who make the P-72, the P-51, so in a similar vein to that, but a bit bigger, opening up Kruger as a manufacturer a little bit more. So plenty of other options for what we might be seeing. So that is a lot of new ships and vehicles making their way through the pipeline, and in summary, the next ship is likely to be either the Starlancer TAC or one of these 2 vehicles that are in their final development stages. And note that it does specify vehicles and not ships, so it could very well be ground vehicles. There are also 2 other ground vehicles on the silhouettes that include a small kind of 2 or 6 wheeled skiff kind of thing, and then what looks to be another Atlas platform, not the mech, but the Aegis Atlas ground vehicle. Could be a troop carrier, something like that. So could be seeing those 2 come along. There are a couple of other ships that passed their grey box reviews, so they will be about to enter the latter part of the pipeline. Plus there are 4 vehicles currently in grey box, including the RSI Apollo and Perseus, and then 2 in white box, which include the Pioneer. So that is a lot of ships. Some of them highly anticipated, but I'm sure all of them will be interesting in their own way. Again, do let me know what you think these could be, the ones that we don't know about. I am all ears. Now, before I go and get to writing out this monster of a monthly report video, there has been a huge update to GameGlass, which is essentially an app that allows you to transform your phone or tablet into your ship's dashboard. And this includes the first of many new ship manufacturer shards. First one being Aegis, which is available to all GameGlass users, including the free version if you just have the free version of GameGlass. Drake will be the next manufacturer to follow, although I believe that is going to be available to paid users. And they have also brought back their lifetime pass, and this time it is not temporary, but around to stay. So if you pay monthly or annually, you can now pay a one-off payment and get it for life. Also, using my link will get you 10% off any GameGlass purchase, while also providing my channel with a direct kickback. And as you can see from my own footage, it is pretty damn cool. But personally, I can't wait for Drake and all these other manufacturers. Anyway, with that said, that is the latest update for all things ships and vehicles. If you enjoy my content, please do consider subscribing and helping the channel to grow. For those of you who are part of my camping YouTube channel and asking when the next camp is coming, I will be heading off into the woods on Saturday the 12th for an overnighter. So shortly after that, I will be posting the video to that new channel. If you are interested in watching me camping in the wild, the link is below. Now, in regards to streams, there will not be a stream today. There won't be a stream on Friday, unfortunately. Real life is getting in the way. But next week, we should be back to the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday streams. It is now in British summertime. We are an hour ahead of GMT. So it'll be between 2 and 6 p.m. BST that I am live here on YouTube or over at twitch.tv/SuperMacBrother. And you are all more than welcome. Hit the thumbs up if you don't mind, it does the channel a big favour, and tick that notification bell if you would like to be notified when my videos go live. Again, as always, a huge thank you to my patrons and channel members for all of your support. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.